What's going on, guys? It's your boy Luis and you're watching LFATV. Thanks for tuning in. It seems for a while that things were kind of flowing fast, everything was moving pretty quick, and then all of a sudden we just came to a standstill. And it just always seems like the smallest things are always the ones that are a pain in the butt. And yeah, 2 weeks later, let me show you guys what I was kind of struggling with. Alright, so as you guys can see here, it's kind of hard to see, right? Just give me a second. As you guys can see, that's the return line right there for the turbo, and right above it is the runners for the drift motion turbo manifold. Now the hardest part of that, as you guys can see, the reason why my freaking return line was so crusty and pretty much worn out was because it was right under the runner. So this is my advice, guys. Just unprofessional advice, guys. If you guys are ever in the process and you guys have the engine out, and instead of having it right here for your return line, just go ahead and drill an extra hole on the oil pan and then just tap that in there, and you could save yourself a huge headache and time when it comes to like routing your return line for your turbo. So that's just my advice. That's one of the small things that's kind of been holding me back. But on top of that, I ended up getting this. This is and this is actually a flex pipe, so it's actually meant to be used for custom turbo manifolds in order to route the return line. So I got this. I'll put the part number down below. And this is my relocation bracket for my alternator from Drift Motion. This is the ginormous spacer that I'm gonna have to use for the turbo in order to clear the runners. And some of you guys that follow me on Instagram actually saw this, and this is a tease because this here is gonna be my new front-facing intake manifold. Now I'm not gonna give too much details on this yet because it's a little secret, right? But let me give you guys a tease. So let me give you guys a little tease. I'm not gonna talk about where I got this exactly because this is pretty much still in development, but let me show you guys. So top secret for now, or exactly where it came from, but you guys get the idea. Cast. And there you have it. How much nicer does that look? So maybe this is something that might be in development with Curly Fab. So stay tuned for this. I know you guys have hit them up before from my old intake manifold, and yeah, I will definitely keep you guys updated on this. I know a lot of you guys might be interested in this, but stay posted on this. Alright guys, so everything's kind of mounted the way it should be. The spacer that I was using before was this half-inch, no, this was a 1-inch spacer with the drift motion manifold. So I had to actually get a ginormous one. This is an 1.5 inch spacer, and as you guys can see, now the turbo is not on the runners or hitting anywhere. And I also mounted that flexible return line, and this one's pretty much what is it, steel? I think it's a steel return line, and it's flexible. So I have the line routed, and a lot of the lines were not working, and they would pretty much have trouble keeping cool right next to the runners, because the runners run right there. So that was gonna be a big issue, and I did not want any fires or anything like that, so I kind of went and bought that line, and that's what it's meant for. One of the things also, for the downpipe, this is a V-band, this is a Marmon flange. I gotta cut, not me, but I gotta get Curly Fab to weld the Marmon flange on the downpipe to get that pretty much sorted out. But yeah, that's pretty much it right there. So I got the drift motion relocation bracket for the alternator. So basically, instead of it sitting up here all ugly, it's gonna sit down way below. I have never actually mounted one of these, so I'm gonna try to figure this out right now and show you guys. So it seems to me pretty much straightforward. Little hole here, hole in the bottom corner. This goes on the original side right here, and then it seems like there's another one in the bottom, and basically it just bolts up right there, and there you have it, just bolted down. And one of you guys actually gave me the right belt to use. This is actually off of I believe it's a Mitsubishi Mirage, something like that, but here's a part number, and this is the correct belt to use for the alternator. But let me get everything bolted on and see how it works. Well, alright guys, as you guys can see, everything is officially bolted down. No more test fitments. You guys saw what I basically did with my oil return line for the turbo. Manifold is pretty much bolted down. Some of you guys were recommending to wrap the manifold, but for now I think I'm gonna leave it like that. This is a way better hose that I was actually using before. I don't think I'm gonna have any issues with any oil leaks or anything like that. You guys could see right there, it's actually a steel flexible line, and between the 45-10 up here to the actual steel line, there's about maybe 2 inches worth of hose. And yeah, it's not touching anywhere on the manifold, which that was my main concern. And on top of that, it's actually flexible, so yeah, there's not going to be no issues there. So that's a fix. Pretty much the last thing left is to work on the intake side, and I actually have taken it off because Mr. Curly Fab is going to be doing some work to it. But by the way, really quick, I want to talk about my old intake manifold. A lot of you guys were asking about it online, Facebook, Instagram, if some of you guys could buy it off of me. In fact, that so many people were asking for it, it's actually over here. There you go, it's right there. A lot of you guys were asking about it to sell it to you guys, and so many people asked that I think it would be bad just to pick a specific person. So stay tuned in the future videos. after the new intake manifold goes on and everything works good on that, I am actually gonna be I'm thinking about maybe raffling a winner for you guys to purchase. I haven't came up with like a price or anything like that yet, so I'll tell you what, it's gonna be a good price though, so stay tuned on that. On any older parts, like my old injectors, my old fuel pump, they might be going up for sale too, so if you guys are interested in that also, yeah, just stay tuned. I'll keep you guys posted on when that's actually gonna happen. Yeah guys, we're kind of close for Supras in Vegas. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take it, but I am going regardless. There's some crazy stuff going on in like my life or whatever, but hopefully you guys will be able to see soon what it is. Other than that, she's looking good so far, so that's pretty much it for this video guys. On to the next one. Peace out.